Welcome to Hindu Epics Explained, where we explore the timeless stories and wisdom of Hindu mythology. Today, we journey into one of the most captivating and mysterious tales, the story of Ganesha, the elephant-headed god of wisdom, courage, and new beginnings. But have you ever wondered why Ganesha has an elephant head? Or how he became known as the remover of obstacles, invoked at the start of every endeavor? What you're about to hear is a story not just of a god's birth, but of deep love, loyalty, sacrifice, and transformation. It's a tale that brings together the fierce strength of a mother's love and the tender devotion of a young son. Together, let's explore how Ganesha came to be and what his story has to teach us. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe to Hindu Epics Explained, and hit the bell for more epic stories from ancient India. Let's dive in. Our story begins on Mount Kailash, the sacred home of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. This mountain, so vast and serene, serves as a haven for gods and ascetics alike, a place where creation and destruction dance in harmony. Parvati, the goddess of fertility, love, and devotion, spends her days here, surrounded by the tranquil beauty of nature. Yet, despite the peace around her, there's a loneliness within. Shiva, her beloved husband and the god of transformation, often retreats into long periods of meditation. And though Parvati respects his spiritual quest, she feels a longing for companionship, a connection to share her days, her thoughts, her joys. She yearns for someone to be by her side, someone who would embody her love and loyalty. This longing is not born of impatience or desire. It's born of a motherly love, an instinct so powerful that it begins to grow, filling her with a divine inspiration. One day, as she prepares for her bath, an idea takes root. She decides to create a child, a protector, a son who would stay with her always, devoted and true. Parvati carefully gathers sandalwood paste from her own body, a substance both fragrant and sacred. With each movement, she shapes a young boy, forming his limbs, his face, his hands, all crafted with the tender care of a mother. She breathes her essence into him, instilling strength, courage, and loyalty with each touch. When she's finished, Parvati looks at the figure before her, a beautiful boy, crafted from her love and filled with her energy. She smiles, and with a soft whisper, she breathes life into him. The boy's eyes open, his gaze filled with innocence and devotion, looking up at her with an unspoken promise. She names him Ganesha, her beloved son, and instructs him to protect her chambers, to allow no one to disturb her. Ganesha nods, his young heart swelling with pride. His mother has given him purpose, and he vows to honor it with all his being. But as fate would have it, shortly after Ganesha's creation, Shiva returns to Mount Kailash. After days of meditation, he approaches his home, eager to reunite with his beloved Parvati. However, as he nears her chambers, he finds his path blocked, not by a guard, not by a sage, but by a young boy he has never seen before. Shiva, both surprised and curious, commands the boy to step aside. "Move aside, child," he says, his voice filled with authority. "I seek my wife, Parvati." But Ganesha, loyal to his mother's instruction, stands firm. "My mother is within," he replies, his tone unwavering. "No one may enter while she bathes." At first, Shiva's surprise turns to amusement. Who is this child that dares to speak so boldly? But as Ganesha's resolve remains unshaken, Shiva's amusement fades, replaced by irritation. He repeats his command, his voice stern and authoritative. "Do you know who I am?" Shiva asks. But Ganesha, in his innocence, does not understand Shiva's power. To him, this is simply a man trying to break his mother's trust. His eyes filled with determination, he responds, "I do not care who you are. My mother has asked me to guard her chambers, and that is what I will do." This simple exchange becomes a standoff between two unbreakable forces: Shiva, the great god, accustomed to being obeyed without question, and Ganesha, a son whose loyalty knows no fear. Each of them bound by duty, one to his divine power, the other to his mother's love. As the tension between them rises, Shiva's patience wears thin. He is not one to be defied, especially not by a mere child. And Ganesha, standing resolute, feels his courage swell with every breath. He will not fail his mother. Her command is sacred, a bond he has sworn to protect. In his frustration, Shiva's voice booms. "I am Lord Shiva, and I demand entrance." But even in the face of this revelation, Ganesha does not waver. He raises his hand in a gesture of defense, his voice steady and clear. "No one may pass. I am here to protect my mother's peace." Shiva, who has faced countless demons and conquered countless realms, is taken aback by the courage of this young boy. Yet, his pride is challenged. In a moment of blinding anger, he raises his trident, his divine weapon, and in one swift motion, he strikes. The blow is decisive, and Ganesha's head is severed, his body collapsing to the ground in silence. The boy who showed such bravery, who held such love for his mother, now lies lifeless. Shiva looks down, a sense of calm returning, but it is fleeting as a shadow falls upon the doorway. Parvati emerges from her chambers, expecting to find her loyal son standing guard. But instead, she sees him lying on the ground, his body still, his face missing. Her heart shatters in an instant, the world around her fading as she falls to her knees beside him. The goddess who embodies compassion and peace now feels only rage, a mother's rage, fierce and all-consuming. Her scream pierces the heavens, her anguish transforming into a fury that shakes the very mountains. The earth trembles, the sky darkens, and her voice, filled with divine wrath, echoes through the universe. "Who has done this to my son?" she cries, her words a challenge to all creation. Shiva, realizing the extent of his actions, steps forward, his face marked with regret. But Parvati's grief is too deep to soothe. She turns to him, her eyes aflame. "If my son is not restored, I will unleash destruction upon the world," she declares, her voice filled with a power that not even Shiva can deny. Her pain becomes a storm, a force that threatens to consume everything in its path. Determined to make amends and ease Parvati's heartbreak, Shiva promises to restore Ganesha to life. Yet as he surveys the lifeless form of the boy he has struck down, he realizes that this is no ordinary task. Ganesha's essence, created from Parvati's own being, is unique. And so restoring him will require a profound act of sacrifice. To honor Ganesha's courage and Parvati's love, Shiva calls upon his divine followers and gives them an unusual command: to search the land and bring back the head of the first creature they encounter, one that can symbolize Ganesha's strength, loyalty, and wisdom. The search party sets out, traversing mountains, valleys, and forests, their path long and arduous. Time is of the essence, for Parvati's grief is a force of its own, one that could unsettle even the heavens if left unresolved. Finally, after journeying far from Mount Kailash, they come upon a magnificent elephant standing tall and noble beneath a tree. Its eyes hold a depth of wisdom, its stance a quiet strength, as if understanding the solemn duty it is about to fulfill. This elephant is a symbol of patience, power, and wisdom, traits that reflect the qualities Ganesha embodied even in his short life. The followers approach the elephant with reverence, explaining the purpose of their quest. The creature, wise and silent, seems to bow its head in silent acceptance, as if offering itself for a higher purpose. Respectfully, the followers take the elephant's head, knowing that this act of sacrifice will allow Ganesha to return. With the head in hand, they hurry back to Mount Kailash, aware of the immense weight of the responsibility they carry. When they arrive, Shiva takes the head and prepares to restore life to Parvati's beloved son. With the elephant's head in his hands, Shiva approaches Ganesha's still body. The air grows thick with anticipation as Parvati watches, her heart torn between hope and sorrow. Shiva begins to chant powerful mantras, each word carrying the energy of the cosmos, each sound resonating with divine purpose. As he places the head upon Ganesha's body, an aura of golden light surrounds them, illuminating the scene with an otherworldly glow. Slowly, the energy intensifies, filling the air with a sense of rebirth and transformation. Under Shiva's powerful chant, Ganesha's form begins to stir, his chest rising and falling as breath returns to his body. His eyes, now framed by the majestic head of an elephant, flutter open, filled with the same innocence, devotion, and strength they held before. Parvati, overcome with relief and joy, rushes to embrace her son, tears of gratitude streaming down her face as she holds him close. In this moment, mother and child are reunited, their bond stronger and more profound than ever. Ganesha's elephant head, though different, only enhances the depth of his presence, symbolizing wisdom, patience, and resilience. Shiva, witnessing this powerful reunion, feels a deep respect for the courage of the young boy he has restored. To honor Ganesha's loyalty, he grants him a divine blessing. From this day forward, Shiva proclaims, his voice resonating through the heavens, "You shall be known as the remover of obstacles, the God of wisdom and beginnings. No venture, no prayer, no journey shall begin without invoking your name first." The gods in the heavens rejoice, acknowledging Ganesha's new role among them, a figure reborn through devotion, sacrifice, and love. Ganesha, now transformed, becomes a god beloved by all. His elephant head serves as a reminder of his journey, a symbol of strength, wisdom, and rebirth. From this day on, he is not only Parvati's son, but a guardian and guide for all beings. Ganesha's story, one of loyalty, courage, and forgiveness, stands as an enduring lesson of how even in loss, we can find growth and transformation. The story of Ganesha's birth, sacrifice, and rebirth is not just an origin tale. It is a reminder of the values that connect us all. His journey teaches us that true strength lies not in physical power, but in love, loyalty, and the courage to stand firm in our beliefs. Ganesha's transformation shows us that even the gravest challenges hold the potential for new beginnings, for wisdom gained, and for obstacles turned into opportunities. Parvati's fierce love and forgiveness speak to the boundless strength of a mother's heart, while Shiva's humility and willingness to make amends remind us that even gods learn, grow, and transform. Together, they illustrate that redemption, understanding, and compassion are the foundation of true harmony. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Ganesha's story. If you found inspiration here, please like, subscribe to Hindu Epics Explained, and share this story with others. May Ganesha's blessings guide you on your own path, helping you overcome obstacles and find wisdom in every challenge.